Ending Veteran Homelessness, the Filmslang Film Festival, and the Health Department's Rabies Clinic. All this and more on this week's edition of Lexington Now. I'm Neil Noah, and this is Lexington Now for the week of April 29, 2019. Lexington made a big announcement in the fight against veteran homelessness.
We are here to announce that Lexington is officially the first city in Kentucky to effectively end veteran homelessness. And in case you don't know, Lexington always loves to be first in Kentucky, right? I want to first congratulate all of you here who helped make this possible and offer congratulations to our veterans who have joined us to offer their support. I'd like to give a round of applause and appreciation to all of our veterans who are here. Amazing work has been done over the last several years. We have worked together as a community to make veteran homelessness rare, brief, and non-recurring in Lexington. Let me repeat, rare, brief, non-recurring. That's the description used by the federal officials who have joined us. It is based on strict data-driven criteria and benchmarks. It's the bar we had to get over to earn the recognition we are talking about today. With today's announcement, we recognize there may be instances where a veteran does become homeless. We have the resources, the programming, and the collaborations in place to help that veteran quickly find permanent housing. It means so much to know we are helping find homes for the women, men, and families who have given so much to our country. I want to thank the social workers, the outreach workers, and the homeless system leaders who have worked day in and day out to reach this point. And thank you to the federal officials and veterans representatives who have offered their assistance. You know, none of us can do this alone. It's a huge partnership. Lexington has taken great strides the past several years to support and serve those who have served our country. We owe our veterans the support they need, and that includes effectively ending homelessness. Today is a day for celebration. It's a great day in Lexington. Tomorrow is a day to get back to work, right? I look forward to continuing and expanding assistance to our veterans, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. And again, Polly, thank you for what you do.
First, let me start by saying thank you to all the angels who watched over me along this part of my life journey. I truly stand on the shoulder of giants. It was by your love that saved my life. Being a homeless veteran, and traveling across our nation, east to west, sleeping in my car, on the sidewalks, and in our national parks, humbled me down to my foundation. In facing my fears and challenging my self-pride, I have accomplished so much. I have still a long ways to go, but the future is very hopeful. I'm extremely grateful to the VA HUD-VASH program, Parkside, KHEC, Kentucky Department of Veterans Affairs, and all the wonderful ladies out there who have shown mercy on my soul, all the way back to Lexington's VA social worker in 2012 who saved my life the first time. I would like to as well send out a special thank you to Mrs. Lee, of the Lexington Fayette Urban County Housing Authority. With her help, I finally have a home to call my own. I want to leave you with these parting words from Eleanor Roosevelt. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You are able to say to yourself, I have lived through these horrors. I can take the next thing that comes along. Thank you.
Lexington's Filmslang is a monthly screening series featuring films from Kentucky and Kentucky filmmakers. Stephanie Fitch fills us in.
We invite you now to accompany us on a short journey through Hollywood, the capital of the world.
I'm Stephanie Fitch, and I'm the Filmslang coordinator through the Lexington Film League. So Filmslang is something that's part of the Lexington Film League, and what we do is once a month, the third Thursday of every month at the Farish Theater, we try to host the best of, or at least the best of new and upcoming filmmakers that only film in Kentucky. So we might have student films, we might have independent filmmakers, we'll have short films to feature films, and we're just trying to grow a local filmmaking community to have a place to show their films. So I got involved with Filmslang through Lucy Jones, who is part of, well, pretty much, she started the Lexington Film League, and I got involved with her because I am the film studies coordinator at VCTC, and so because I work with students and do films, it was kind of a good fit to get, to get plugged into Filmslang, and so Lucy kind of handed it over to me, so hopefully I'm doing a good job. Two goals. One is that when they leave the event, I want them to be like, it was an awesome event and they were really kind of excited about what films are coming out of Kentucky and out of Lexington. But two, they might be inspired to make their own film and find people of like mind here that they could make films with. So it would encourage filmmakers too to find like-minded people. We try to do themes. The one big theme we're excited about, which we hope we can fill the place up, is in October. We're doing a slasher horror film, which is called Maniac Farmer, and we're hoping to kind of get a lot of people out that love horror. We are going to try to do a film competition in July. So the prize will be a $100 Amazon gift card and a GoPro system, which is really nice. So we hope a lot of people submit for that. And then in September, we're doing a feature film by a film director in Louisville, and we're hoping August will be documentary month where we'll show local documentaries. And so that's kind of the plan, but every third Thursday it'll be something local, and except for the end of the year, it'll be short films. So we're always looking for submissions, and one place you can submit to is on messages on our Filmslang Lexington on Facebook. Please submit. We'll have information about what's coming up that month and also about our film competition. You don't have to be a Kentucky filmmaker. The two options are you are a Kentucky filmmaker and you've made it somewhere, or you've made the film in Kentucky, but it has to be one or the other. So it has to be tied to Kentucky somehow. Kentucky is absolutely beautiful to film at. You can make it look like Ireland, you can make it look like a big city in New York, you could definitely make it look like you're in the middle of the country or you're in like horse country and farm country. But then you've got big cities, so it's just gorgeous to film at, and we really want to encourage filmmakers to have a beautiful space to show their films instead of just posting it on YouTube and showing it to friends. This is I think 100-seat theater with great sound and a great picture. So every third Thursday of the month, except for November, we are at the Farish Theater at 7 p.m. It's always in the library calendar. Also, we have a Facebook, which is Filmslang. You can look it up. Just put Filmslang Lexington, and you'll find information on it. We put out the events and how to submit your films, which we would love for more people to submit to.
When we come back, we take a look at the health department's rabies clinic. The Senior Services Commission will be hosting a series of public education and input meetings about home expansion units. If you'd like to learn more, join us at the Lexington Senior Center. Welcome back to Lexington Now. The Health Department is hosting a rabies clinic. Here's how you can take advantage of this service.
We have our annual rabies vaccine clinic sponsored by the Lexington Fayette County Health Department, LFACC, LHS, MedVet, and Gainesway Small Animal Clinic. It's a $3 rabies vaccine as opposed to a $20 vaccine that you can get at your veterinary clinic. So it's beneficial for those who have multiple animals but can't afford the care for them. And it is required in the state of Kentucky to get a rabies vaccine for cats, dogs, and ferrets over 12 weeks of age. And also, when we're having the vaccine clinic, we're actually going to have the Lexington Humane Society and LFACC give out licenses when you're there. And I think they're talking about microchipping too, which would be very beneficial for animals. Whenever the Humane Society is going to provide licenses, they're going to be $8 for spayed or neutered animals and then $40 for unaltered animals. Rabies is a viral disease that's transmitted through saliva and the animal bite normally. Very rarely is it transmitted through scratches. But it's so important that we get our animals vaccinated because it protects you and it protects your animal. We get a lot of positive rabies bats on occasion during the summertime. So if like a bat got into your home, what if your animal wasn't vaccinated? Well, then it would have to go through a whole process. You have to quarantine your animal for 6 months. So it's really important for you to protect yourself and your pet because they are your family. So the rabies clinic is at Douglas Park on May 9th, which is a Thursday, and it's from 6 to 9 p.m. So don't rush. You don't have to line up at 5:30. You don't have to line up at 5. Just come in, and we see. I think we saw 570 people last year, 570 vaccines last year. So we want to break that record and get to 600. So please come out, get your rabies vaccine for all your animals: cats, dogs, and ferrets. We do require animals to be on leashes, cats in cages, and if you bring your ferret, please have them in a cage as well. The location is at Douglas Park from 6 to 9 p.m. on May the 9th. Again, it's important for you to get your animals vaccinated. It's Kentucky law. It's protecting yourself and it's protecting your animals.
There's a new leisure opportunity to take advantage of this spring and summer at Meadowbrook Golf Course. It's called Foot Golf.
Good morning. Welcome to Meadowbrook Golf Course and today's inaugural kickoff of our foot golf here at Meadowbrook. This par 3 golf course is loved by many. We heard during our Parks Master Plan how important Meadowbrook was to our golfers, and we're looking forward to making it an opportunity for non-golfers to get out on the course and enjoy this beautiful setting. Now, what is foot golf? I had that same question myself. I'm going to turn it over to Curtis Mitchell. He's our golf services manager. He's going to tell us a little bit about the sport.
Thank you, Monica. Foot golf. We're super excited to have it here at Meadowbrook this year. It is an interesting form of golf. It's the exact same rules, except you're kicking a ball with your foot. And you got a 21-inch cup out there. Scoring's exactly the same. It's a lot of fun. We can bring some non-golfers to Meadowbrook as well as some golfers that are interested. And as you can see behind me, it is for both the non-athletes and the athletes. Come out here and kick some and have some fun.
Thank you, Curtis. You can see some folks kicking some balls here behind me. Good shot, Reed. Nice job. Next we have Councilmember Lamb. This is Meadowbrook is in Councilmember Lamb's district, but more importantly, Councilmember Lamb is a supporter of all of our parks events and facilities and programs. She always makes time for Parks and Recreation events and fully supports what we're doing. So we're so happy that she's here today. I'm going to turn it over to her.
Thanks, Monica. Thanks everybody for being here too, because this is one of the best things that we have in Lexington is our parks, and I really appreciate the efforts of trying to find new games and new activities for our constituents. And the good thing about this activity is it's for all ages and those that have skills and those that haven't, and like myself. And so I really appreciate the work that our Parks and Recreation team does. And I'm looking forward to coming over here and actually trying this out with my son and my granddaughters. So we will see how this goes. And I want to thank everybody here, and thanks Parks, Monica, Curtis, and everybody else. So thank you, Monica.
Thanks, Councilmember. Before we do the inaugural kick, these projects and new opportunities and amenities for our parks don't happen without the work of a lot of folks in Parks and Recreation. I'd like to give a hats off to Ed Sims and John Overton, who work here specifically at Meadowbrook, our Parks and Rec maintenance teams who make this park look beautiful, as well as our azaleas here in front of us today. Our marketing folks and our golf folks, Curtis Mitchell, who you heard from earlier, Michael Johnson, they really know how to bring an event like this to Parks and Recreation. So now we'll have our inaugural kick with Councilmember Lamb.
Chris Edwards joins us once again with a look at what to expect from our live meeting coverage this week. Chris, what do we have?
Welcome to the last week of April and the very beginning of May. We have just a few minutes to tell you about what you can see live here on Lex TV and web stream on the city's website. First, on Tuesday, April 30th, the council canceled their budget committee of the whole meeting and replaced the 1 p.m. meeting with a special budget, finance, and economic development committee meeting. Then still on Tuesday, April 30th is a 3 p.m. council work session. One interesting item on the new business portion of the work session is item K, which is seeking council's approval for an agreement between the LFUCG and Clemson University. The ACC school sought out LFUCG's Division of Parks and Recreations as a preferred internship site for their therapeutic recreation students. The Clemson students will be required to complete a 14-week, 560-hour internship within the Division of Parks and Recreation's therapeutic program. There is no budgetary impact of the LFUCG, and this is a great recognition from an excellent university of the great work being done by our Parks Department. Now, Lexington and Clemson can each cheer each other on when we each play that other ACC school that we just love to hate so much. The only other meeting to tell you about is the May 2nd formal council meeting beginning at 6 p.m. At the beginning of the meeting, there will be a recognition from Councilmember Bill Farmer for Williams Syndrome Awareness Month. Williams Syndrome is a developmental disorder that affects many parts of the body. The condition is usually characterized by mild to moderate intellectual disability or learning problems and can also affect the cardiovascular system. Then there will also be a recognition of Community Action Month. So that's all the meetings we have to tell you about for this week on Lex TV. Remember, you can watch these meetings live here on channel 185 and web streamed on the city's website at lexingtonky.gov.
Well, that's all for this week. You can keep up with us on social media and check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For the staff and producers at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.